All right, for this one, what I'm going to do is a session one kind of thing. We're going to take a character called Digital Overflow. This character was used in the other session one where we demonstrated detailed mapping through the network to get to the hotel spire. And we're going to do the same thing, same goal. We're going to get a hotel spire, but we're going to use fast network mapping. So it's a separate module that you can download. It's a PDF that comes with FayRunners. And what this allows you to do is to kind of bypass the details of mapping the indirect stuff, and you can kind of just almost fast travel, or perhaps you are kicking off a campaign where you want to start in the mix of something. Maybe you're battling something in the corp network or government network, or you're having a shady deal happening in the dark net. Maybe your character is kind of like lives in the dark net, and in those cases it makes sense that you would already have a network map in place. And so to make you go through this whole process of mapping out your network just to get all the way to the darknet where your character kind of thrives, then it makes sense to just kind of quickly create one. And that's what we're going to demonstrate today, is how to quickly do that. I've not tried streaming this before, and I don't have any kind of VTT to use for this module. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just roll dice on screen, and I'm going to roll 3 dice, one six-sided and 2d10s. They're all going to be recorded, but we're only going to pay attention to the six-sided. The reason I'm rolling the 2d10s is because that does tell you what type of node you're in, and ideally what you would do is you would do this pattern, and you would write down the 2d10s in your miscellaneous log, which comes with the book. And then you can go back in later and use the oracles to fill in what exactly were those nodes. And so this is just quickly going through. And in order to mark it on screen, with lack of a better VTT type of tool, I decided to use Inkscape, and I'm just going to kind of draw on it, and we'll see how this works. So bear with me. So to do this, the concept of doing a quick network map is, instead of doing the map network move, what you would do is you roll basically a six-sided die. That's technically all you need to roll. And you have a progress. Very similar to moving to your corporate segment and your corporate segment to government, etc. But your six-sided is all you're going to use to determine your success and how things are going. And it's going to make a lot of sense once you see this, and once you kind of get going, it goes really, really fast. And the results of the roll are one of three things. If you roll under your progress, then you've reached your destination. If you roll over your progress, everything's good, keep moving off the node. If you roll the same as your progress, your current progress, then that's a dead end. You need to step back and go to the previous node and work off of that one. And that's pretty much it. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. Let me bring up Inkscape. Okay, this is Inkscape. Ignore some of this stuff. This is the FayRunner Network map sheet. And so we're going to use that one, and I'm just going to just draw on it, and we'll see how this goes. I might make a little something to keep track of the progress on the top. But that's about it. So let's see here. Let's just make, we'll usually start with like a star or something, and I'm just going to draw like a really bad star here. That is going to be our home rig, and then I think I will also grab like a circle. Give me a second here. Let's bring something out, maybe like this in size, pick a color that we can see. I think I'll get rid of the stroke for that. All right, we'll put this over here. All right, so that's our current progress. Great. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to go to our first node. And so to do that, you pretty much just go ahead and create your one, because you can't actually fail. And so let me draw this out. I don't like something here. Let me fix this real quick. I'll get these colors right. This color is not what I want. Oops. Oh no. All right, let me just do that again. I totally messed that up. So let's try this again. Let's try to draw one. Okay, that looks better. All right, there's a sloppy one. And we're going to connect over to it. And we want to see if this one, if this is a dead end or if we're good. So what we'll do is we will go ahead and roll our dice. And it's a 4. And so we're going to ignore these other numbers for now. The 4 is what we care about. So 4 is it's way above the our current progress, so we're good. So we'll go ahead and make a 2. I'll put down here maybe. This is our 2. We're going to go to the 2 and move the progress bar over 1 and roll again. And then we got a 1. So it is under, so we basically 2 ends up getting into our corporate network, and we're going to the Spire. So this might be a little quicker than I expected. And so to mark that, let's just change our color up maybe. Let's see. Can I do it now? I guess I have to draw it first. It's a little weird. Okay, so let's just go ahead and draw. This will be the corporate network. And then let's give it, I don't know, a green maybe. All right, and so this is corp. So we know that 2 is in the corporate network. We went ahead and made it there, so we'll go ahead and move the progress back to 0. And so we're starting off of this one. Now the next node you do, you don't do a 1, even though the progress is at 0. You're going to go ahead and then make a 3. This is your third node. So we'll do a 3. I'm going to change this back to black, draw a line between the 2, and then we'll roll again. Let's see if we, so this is only going to be, sorry, this is going to be a progress of 1. I got to change that. So we got a 2. That's above, so we're fine. Let me move this to 1. All right, so we rolled a 2, and that's above our 1, so we're fine. This is a 1. So let's move on to the next one, our next space. And we can go in any direction with this, so I think I'll maybe come down here maybe for a 4. And then our progress is now a 2. All right, so let's roll against that. So we got a 5, so we're still good. Let's move down to maybe here, draw a 5. All right, I'm gonna move that 5 over a little bit. And then that gives us a 3 on the network map. And then let's roll for it. Got a 6, so we're still good. All right, so let's put, oops, I forgot to draw a line between these. So 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, and so let's make a 6 somewhere. Make sure we're off screen. Let's go over here. Make this our 6th node, and then we'll draw a line between these 2, and then move this to the 4th position, and then we'll roll again. 5, still moving. All right, so we'll go ahead and move this to the 5th position. And then we'll make a 7 down here. Okay, roll again. And I might just demonstrate this doesn't. Okay, so this would have made it. So we would, in the normal scheme of things, 7 would have been our goal, our hotel Spire. And so this would have been our network map. We would have had a bunch in corporate network, and there we would have been. Now, what I want to demonstrate, though, is I want to, let's erase some of this. And I want to show you what happens if, like, I don't know, you run into an issue where it's the same. So let me get rid of this. And oops, should lock those layers. Did not. All right, get rid of these. Let's say we get on the 4, and that would have been 1, 2. That would have been on a position of 2. We have 1 and 2, so we're 2 levels deep into CorpNet. And so if I would have rolled a 2 here as my action roll, then that would mean that this is a dead end. And so typically what you'll do in that case, you're going to mark it in some way, shape, or form. Like I typically will put like a little X here, and then I usually like them red. Let's see here. I'll change this other one to red. All right, and so I know that's a dead end. And then what I'll do is from 3, what you do is you then create a 5 somewhere. And so let's make this one a 5, and then make it black again. Draw over here. And the progress does not move when you get a dead end. So you're still at 2, because you're basically still 2 away from your home from corporate. So that doesn't change, and you would roll again. I'll actually do a roll this time just to kind of see what would have happened. 4, so we would have been fine. So at this stage, we would have then continued somewhere else, up here maybe, and then done a 6. And then you would move the progress to a 3. Okay, hopefully this makes sense, and then yeah, you could keep going from there. And if you got a 3, you would be there. But in this case, you would have 6 would have been the Hotel Spire. And so if this was the Hotel Spire, then this is basically what would happen if somebody were to trace. You could hit 5, 3, 2, 1 before they got to your home. And then this is a dead end node. And that's really it. That's how you can quickly build out a map. You can keep going beyond the Hotel Spire from the other example to cross the line for the darknet. So if we were going to the darknet instead, because we rolled under our progress of 3, you would just draw another line, a different color. Actually, let's go ahead and do that. Let's move this over 1, and then can I move everything over? Let's see. Yeah, sure I can. I can just do this. And then what we'll do is we'll take this. We'll just say we'll put in like a 7 here, and then we'll draw a line, and we're on 4, and right now we're heading to the government network, we'll say. And okay, so we make it, and so all we would do is we just draw yet another line, make this one, I don't know, blue, and this is the government sector. And then at that point, this goes back to a 0, and you repeat. You would then take this out, do like an 8 somewhere, draw a line, and then this marker moves to 1, and then you go. Right, so 3 obviously would be above that, and then the only thing you can really get in the first one is a 1, which would just be a dead end. And so you would go to the next one, progress goes to 2, repeat, repeat, repeat until you get to darknet or wherever you need to get to. And this will build out a quick and easy map. To demonstrate why I'm rolling the extra dice, I was really kind of hoping it would keep the log, and for some reason it did not. I don't know why that is. If I roll, no, it just doesn't want to do it. I was hoping it would keep them, but like say for instance, if we're in the government network here, I actually missed what that number was, so I'm going to roll again. So say we got there, so it's 43. And so what you would do is you would look at your government, let me find the document, the government oracles. So for GovNet and for 43, that would be a natural gas sensor. And so if you're rolling these quickly as you go through and you just jot down the number, like, oh, this is node 2 and the number is 43 or whatever, you can go back afterwards and then look up the miscellaneous node sections to see what each one of these things are. And that's it. That's how you can quickly map out a network. Well, hope you enjoy. And you can use either one for your campaigns. It's just really whichever one is fun for you, whatever makes it make sense and doesn't waste a lot of time, because ideally when you're playing solo, the whole point is to have fun. So if you find manually mapping out nodes a little too crunchy, then this is how you can quickly not do it and still have the same kind of gameplay you'd have normally. So I hope this is useful to you.